Good afternoon. My name's Michelle Amos, Associate Director, Marketing and Digital, and I would like to warmly welcome you all to the University of Salford graduation ceremony. I'd like to start by thanking Honeybee Jazz for their performance, which has got our ceremony off to an amazing start. May I ask you all to join me in showing your appreciation for our fantastic alumni musicians. As you saw in the video, your connection with the university doesn't end here. It's only the beginning. Today, you join a powerful, global alumni community of over 200,000 Salford graduates who are making their mark worldwide. Our alumni are shaping industries, innovating in science, creating in the arts, and leading change in politics, education, healthcare, and public service. We're excited to stay connected with you, celebrating your milestones and sharing opportunities that keep you linked to the Salford community. And as you cross the stage today, we'll capture this special moment for you, and in the next few days, you'll receive a link via your email to download a clip. And that's a token of our ongoing connection and a reminder of the incredible journey you're embarking on as a Salford graduate. So before the ceremony starts, I'd like to give you some pointers for your moment crossing the stage. When it's your time, my colleagues in the theatre in the blue gowns will guide you to line up. You don't need your hats. We'll come back for those later. And you don't need your phones. You can leave everything on the seat and anything else that you have with you. So as your name is called, you'll cross the stage and you'll nod to the presiding officer. They will be stood in front of the big chair. You'll then continue across the stage and you'll receive your graduation scroll. You'll exit the stage and return to your seat. So enjoy your moment and don't forget to smile for the camera. Guests, please can I ask you that you remain seated throughout the ceremony as a courtesy to other guests so that they don't have their view of their graduate blocked or disturbed. At the end of the ceremony, graduates will leave first, so please do wait until they've made their way out before leaving. Graduations are a time to celebrate not only your individual achievements, but to also celebrate your peers. So please can all graduates and guests stay until the end of the ceremony. We need that last cheer to be as loud as the first. And finally, may I ask that you would kindly ensure your mobile phones are switched to silent for the duration of the proceedings. I love graduation. We all do, and it's why we do what we do, to help you get to this point and celebrate your achievements. So please feel free to join in with gusto. Clapping and cheering is very much encouraged. Okay, if we're ready, the ceremony will now begin. For those of you who are able, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
I declare this congregation open to present awards of the University of Salford. Please take your seats.
Graduands and distinguished guests, I am honoured to introduce our presiding officer for this ceremony, the Chancellor, Lucy Meacock.
Thank you very much. Well, you did it. You all got here. What a fantastic sight this is. I hope there's going to be loads of applause going through this ceremony today because you have earned it. Distinguished guests and graduates. As Chancellor of the University of Salford, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome you all today to celebrate your achievements. I like to think that I'm looking at the entrepreneurs of the future here, at the business creators, at the job creators, and the people who we are going to rely on in the years ahead. Our future in your hands. So we're here today to congratulate you all as our next generation of graduates, to wish you well and to tell you how very proud we are as you embark on the next chapter of your life. A very warm welcome to your friends, your family, your supporters, whether you've come from just down the road, whether you've travelled long distances to be here, or maybe you might be watching online. Thank you for joining us, and you are all very welcome indeed. So, I can tell you that the passion, the determination and the creativity that you have shown on your journey so far are all qualities that are going to serve you very well in the future. Alongside the knowledge that you've been developing in your specific studies, I'm sure that in your time with us at Salford, you will have met people who have inspired you. You will have had experiences that will have shaped your views of the world. And you'll have learned a lot about yourselves and about others. Among all the lectures, the labs, studios, assignments and exams, I hope you've managed to have some fun along the way as well. Probably only seems like yesterday that you were starting out. And I would just like at this point to say, at Salford, we know that during your studies, many of you have family lives that you're juggling, which is why I love to hear the little ones in the audience today. And if they're making a bit of a racket, please don't mind. I noticed a few of you coming in with sweets to bribe them. Absolutely fine. I'm sure that they'll be as good as gold. But don't worry, because that's all part of our family university community at Salford. So yeah, it probably only seems like yesterday that you were setting out. And it goes in the blink of an eye. I can tell you that because it only seems like yesterday that I was starting out as a young journalist. It is actually about 40 years ago. I can't believe it. And back in those days, a young female reporter was usually given the soft stories, the flower shows, the animals doing strange things, talking parrots, that sort of thing. You get the idea. And the thing about a talking parrot is that they talk quite happily until you put a television camera anywhere near them, and then they are absolutely silent. It wasn't really how I'd anticipated my career starting out. Because at the same time, my male colleagues were covering the gritty stories, the crime stories, the industry stories, the politics. So I began to think that moving into television from newspapers had been a terrible mistake. But then came along the long, bitter miners' strike of 1984, It turned neighbour against neighbour. It split whole families apart. Many of those rifts never healed. The picket lines were sometimes violent and often hostile. I was determined as a young journalist that I was going to be out on those picket lines and give a fair hearing to everybody who was involved in that dispute, because that wasn't the way that all of the media were focusing on it. So I volunteered to be out reporting from 4 o'clock every morning. I wasn't usually home until about 8 o'clock at night, and many of those reports appeared on News at 10. So that was the national news. And I was 24 years old, and I found that people took me more seriously from then on. Whenever an opportunity arose, I had a go. I would recommend that you do the same. Some of these decisions will be terrifying. They might not always be right for you. But you know what? You can change your mind. You can move on. Just be prepared to take a risk or two along the way, because that is where the magic happens. That is where something really wonderful can happen, out of your comfort zone. I was painfully shy. In my first newsroom, they used to call me Bambi. I never dreamt that I would ever read a television news bulletin, or that I would stand in front of an audience full of incredibly bright people talking to them. I can't quite believe that I am here. Often it's the nerves and the fear that keeps us on our toes. But believe me, when I had my first opportunity of reading the news, I was absolutely terrified. One of my colleagues had announced that she was going off on maternity leave, and my boss, in his wisdom, said, "Why don't you come into the newsroom and read the 6 o'clock news?" There was nothing in the world that I would actually have dreaded more than that, I don't think. I think people used to tune into the programme just to see if I would get through it, maybe to count how many mistakes I made. I'm sure that it wasn't to listen to my terrible news reading. But do you know what? I thought, not very many people get the chance to read the news. And so somehow I managed to make a career out of it for 36 years. It was always a complete astonishment, actually, to people who knew me. I would recommend that you over-prepare, that you prepare yourself well for anything that might happen. Now, my mum used to say that means that I spent my life worrying about things that never happened, thousands of things that never happened. But I do like to think that if you're prepared for that one moment when nobody else is prepared and you can step up to the plate, that is the moment that your colleagues or your clients realize that you are the person they can rely on 100%, and they won't forget it. By getting your degree today, you have already proved that you have the talent. Just make sure you have the determination to match, and don't waste the opportunities that life has given you. I'd urge you to make us proud by speaking up for what you believe in. You might not be able to fight every battle, so choose them carefully. Sometimes it's a lone voice that speaks up for justice. Sometimes, for example, over the Hillsborough disaster, which killed 97 football fans, there were times in our newsrooms that lone voice was mine. I've won 2 BAFTAs in my career. One of them was for championing the cause of those families when no one else was listening to them. We don't do it for the awards. We don't do it for praise. We don't do it because we're told to. We do it because we know it's the right thing to do. And if you do the right thing, you know you don't go too far wrong in life. There are also times when we have to leave our troubles at the door and get on with the job, and it will be tough. It is tempting to think that other people have lives that are easier than ours. They have more opportunities than we do. They haven't had to face quite such difficulties that we do. And we use that as an excuse for not reaching our full potential. But you know what? There's no point in looking back, thinking that you didn't have the same chances in life. From today, think of it as your challenge. Don't wait for opportunities to knock on your door. Get out there, find them for yourself. My mum died when I was 24. My dad died not very long after that. I was already working in television, and no one would have known the heartbreak going on inside, because the news should never be about the newsreader. And for anyone who's already been through something like that, they will know that for those times in our lives, we need a strong network of good friends. So value the good ones, look after them. Try to have as diverse a friendship group as you possibly can. There's no point in living in an echo chamber where everyone just has the same view as you. You might think you're right, and you want to surround yourself with people who think that you're right as well. But you know it's a bit dull and a bit boring, and you never get to understand what else is going on in the world if you don't listen to people who have views that are not the same as yours. So we hope that you have made many new friends in your time with us at Salford. As I say, nurture those friendships in the years ahead. We'll all have a bit of luck along the way. I certainly had some luck along the way, but remember that expression? The harder you work, the luckier you get. I'm sure you will all get to your destination in your own time and in your own way, and I hope without too many challenges. I've worked in the media for, more than 40 years, in newspapers, radio, television, for the BBC and ITV. And do you know what? That painfully shy teenager who had to face those tough times along the way, that young reporter that they used to call Bambi and didn't have very much respect for, well, do you know what? She didn't do too badly. And you're all going to do very well as well. So we're here today to celebrate your successes and achievements. And in the time that you have been studying with us at Salford Business School, the school has gone from strength to strength. So you are a huge part of that success. Many of our recent graduates have already experienced great success, securing exciting roles with rapidly growing organisations such as Peninsula, BDO, Expedia, and JMW Solicitors. Among our esteemed network of alumni is Mohammed Daw, suffering family loss at a young age and growing up in a war-torn country. Mohammed became Minister for Education, Culture and Higher Education of the Galmudug state of Somalia. He has dedicated his career to transforming the educational system of Somalia. He's widened access to those from poverty-stricken backgrounds while transforming traditional gender stereotypes to provide more girls with an opportunity for education. With you today graduating are many inspiring graduates, including Zinachi Oganteo, who overcame her own challenges to secure her master's scholarship and is now going on to study computer science at the University of Birmingham. Gemma Priestley, a law with criminology graduate, who has been awarded the prestigious Anthony Walker Bursary. This bursary will support Gemma through the first year of her bar practice course on her journey to becoming a barrister. And Adam Hinchcliffe, a most talented rugby player, graduates with you this year as well. At the beginning of his studies, Adam was awarded a scholarship due to his hard work, passion and commitment to the local sporting community. Adam plays rugby for Blackburn Rugby Union Football Club, which he's managed to balance alongside his studies and working for Salford Red Devils. He's hoping to continue his career at Salford Reds following his graduation in the club's commercial division. Graduates, you've all demonstrated creativity and innovation during your academic journey. Developing cutting-edge, creative and innovative practice is a central pillar of our university strategy. We continue to invest in research and education to develop these critical skills to ensure that you are prepared and well equipped to thrive as you progress into industry, into your chosen professions, and into what we hope will be a joyful, prosperous and fulfilling career. Our investments in cutting-edge subject and education technologies have been directed at putting you in the best possible position for a career that will see many significant digital advancements. I'm talking to you as someone who started out in a career when there wasn't even a mobile phone. There wasn't even a World Wide Web. So that's how much things have changed in the last 40 years. Think how much they're going to change in the next 40. And you really need to keep up with all these changes going on around you. Whether you've used our state-of-the-art esports labs or our body swaps and virtual reality training platforms, you are now skilled graduates already demonstrating the confidence and hope that our society needs to do good business, developing a more sustainable and inclusive economy that helps everyone prosper and flourish. Our commitment to improving the environment and sustainability is deep-rooted in everything we do, something that we hope that you will make sure you take with you as you embark on your next adventure, whether that's furthering your education, your career, or your everyday life. We believe that every small step contributes to a larger global impact. And we're excited to see how you will carry forward this responsibility and passion for the greater good of people and the planet. This education and research philosophy is continuously being developed through our Centre for Sustainable Innovation. The Centre is a catalyst for collaboration between academia, industry, and policymakers to drive sustainable growth through innovation in our regional and our national economy. Since its inception, the Centre for Sustainable Innovation has helped more than 260 businesses. It's secured more than £1.6 million in funding, and it's developed 19 innovations directly contributing to the region's economic growth and stability. As an anchor institution in Salford, we share our vision for positive change, not just with partners across the region, but also across the world. As you look to the future, remember, you are not alone. Remember that you are graduating from a university which is proud to be forging a pathway in partnership with our amazing graduates and our alumni network, working to build prosperity through more equitable and sustainable practices in law, business, and management. So these achievements are about what we all achieve together as a university community, wherever that community may be. I hope that you will always be proud of your university and feel a real sense of belonging to us as you move from being a student to being a graduate. Graduating is a fantastic achievement. I know you've all worked incredibly hard to get here. And while today is all about you, I would like you to express your thanks to your family, friends, and supporters who have all been crucial in helping you get to this stage. I think that deserves recognition. So graduates, could I ask you to stand? Any time today would be good. And if you could prepare to make a lot of noise. I know things have been quite formal up until now, but I am relying on you to raise the roof, because for those people here and elsewhere who have helped, inspired, and encouraged you throughout your journey, let's have a big round of applause. Okay, now you've warmed up. Let's have another one. Better. Thank you. Okay, if you'd like to take your seats again, thank you. So today, this part of your Salford journey is coming to an end, but a new one is just beginning as you become part of our family of alumni. You now join a community of more than 200,000 students from Salford all around the world. Please keep in touch with us. We really do care about what you do next, so let us know what you're doing. We really want to continue to celebrate your successes. And finally, this is really important. I want you to reflect on your abilities today and reflect on your social obligations as graduates and ambassadors of the University of Salford. I urge you to embrace our overall priority, which is to enrich people's lives, to work for the benefit of others, to be a catalyst for positive change in whatever community you choose to live and work in. Seize the opportunities that life gives you. Cherish the memories of your time with us at Salford and be the best that you can be. So I'm just going to finish by saying to each and every graduate, be bold in your aspirations, be resilient and courageous. It's down to you now. The future is yours to make. Congratulations, class of 2025. I feel such a great sense of pride in you all. It's wonderful to look at you all today. And I know some of you might be feeling a little apprehensive about coming up onto the stage because I have seen some of your shoes. So I wish you luck. But I will be there to catch you if you fall. Enjoy the moment. It would be lovely if your friends and your family give you a big cheer when you come up onto the stage and celebrate that moment with you. Enjoy it. You've earned it. And we're really looking forward to seeing you come up here. But before we get to that bit, I'm delighted to introduce you to our alumni speaker today. He is Kai Ojo, and Kai graduated from the University of Salford in the year 2000. He was awarded a BEng Hons in Electronics and Computer Systems Engineering. He is now the CEO of Planisware UK and Ireland. He leads a whole team that delivers cutting-edge, AI-powered project portfolio management solutions to help organizations align their strategy and optimize their resources. With more than 20 years of experience across startups, mid-sized firms, and global enterprises, Kai is passionate about innovation and inclusive leadership. He is just the person to talk to us today. And as chair of the Salford Business School Industry Advisory Board, he actively supports young people, particularly those from underrepresented backgrounds. He helps them to realize their potential and to bridge the gap between industry and education. It is great to see you back, Kai. Take it away.
Thanks for that, Lucy. I think we need evidence of that cheer from the graduates. I need the obligatory selfie. If you can, please, graduates, please stand. You're either going to like me for this or hate me for it, but it's going on LinkedIn. So after 3, I want a massive cheer from all of you, louder than the last one, okay? 1, 2, 3. There you go. Thank you very much for that. I actually need it as evidence as well because I have 3 teenagers, and every time I tell them I'm doing something like this, they always go, what? So I need evidence, otherwise they just won't believe me. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, University of Salford academics, staff, and most importantly, you guys and girls in such amazing robes. I remember being sat where you are. It was only last year. It is a true honour to stand here. It really is for me, because it is a momentous day, a day filled with joy, reflection, and the promise of new global beginnings for all of you and the university in leveraging and making sure this is possible. My name is Kai Ojo, and over 2 decades ago, I sat where you are. And I have to say, I do remember how proud I was, but also how nervous I was, wondering what was going to happen next. I graduated from Salford with electronic and computer systems engineering degree, and I can still remember the uncertainty that I had in my mind. I believe actually that we were actually the first group, the first cohort to graduate at the Lowry 25 years ago. So this is a very surreal experience for me to be stood here instead. It feels like I'm graduating again, actually, because my parents are in the crowd. And my brother. And congratulations to the Lowry as well for celebrating 25 years, which is an amazing milestone for them. Today, as Lucy said, so I head up a UK and Ireland operation for a global tech company called Planisware. I've been doing that since 2016, and we help organizations in a number of massive ways, like Lucy said. I have worn many hats: managing director, program director, CEO, mentor, board chair, as I am now, and also youth advisory board as well. And most importantly, a lifelong learner. I blame my dad for that part. I remember the libraries of books that he had in the house, which I never read any of them, by the way. But I remember thinking to myself, that's a lot of books. So my number 2 now has a library full of books in her room, which I kind of think maybe there's a connection going on there. But my journey didn't begin with clarity. Like many of you, I started with more questions than answers. And in some instances, I didn't know what questions to ask. I was just faced with uncertainty, what does the future hold? And the rate of change in the global economy and the global landscape has massively increased as well, which creates even more uncertainty. There were moments at Salford Uni where I felt stuck. I didn't know what to do. The road ahead was uncertain and very, very steep. That's the way it looked. And yet, every setback built something quietly powerful inside me, and that's resilience. That capacity to keep going, even when you don't know what's on the other side. There was a mention of going outside your boundaries, outside your comfort zone. If there's one thing I want you to remember from today, is that that's the one thing that you categorically have to do no matter what. Because if you stay in your comfort zone, you're not growing. You're just staying as you are. Salford was where I learned some of these lessons. It didn't come from a single lecture or a single textbook. It came from late nights when I doubted myself, from being surrounded by students from every walk of life, older students, international students, first-in-family students. We were just talking to parents and I earlier on about how we're looking at some of the people getting ready to come in, and how for some of those people, that's a life-changing event in their lives, in the generation of their families. And you're rewriting that history here and now in Salford. That environment when I was in Salford gave me a perspective. And what I learned from that was perseverance, that I had to keep going no matter what, even if I didn't know what was going to happen next. But perhaps the most enduring gift Salford gave me was a relationship with knowledge. Not just the kind that you accumulate, but the kind that you share and pass on. I paraphrase my dad, who's been helping me with my speech, by the way. He's an academic himself, a professor, and also a dean. Sorry, Dad, I'm not making this about you, but it is about you. And he said to me, knowledge is power, but only when you share it, okay? It's easy to believe that your qualification is just for your own advancement. And it is. It is about you. You have achieved a major milestone in your life. But in truth, knowledge becomes more valuable when it flows outwards. When you share what you've learned through mentoring, through collaboration, through simply showing someone else the path. And it might be a simple conversation that you have with someone who is currently where you have been. You create a ripple effect when you do this. You contribute to the progress that extends beyond your individual story. Acquiring knowledge gives you a voice. because it allows you to do what you want to do, progress in your own career, etc. But sharing it gives others permission to speak. I know exactly what that feels like since I joined Salford's Industry Advisory Board. I never really left Salford. I've always been around. And because every time I have a conversation with someone on the board and a student gets involved, the question that they ask from the outset looks quite straightforward, but when you give them the answer, you can see the glitter in their eyes that kind of shines up, and they go, okay, someone that's been through this is just giving me a piece of knowledge that they've actually tried and tested that means something, not just something in a textbook. There's a Yoruba proverb which goes, a single tree does not make a forest. This wisdom reminds us that success isn't built in isolation. We are part of a greater ecosystem of families, friends, colleagues, and communities. And our responsibility is not to grow ourselves alone, but to uplift others as we grow. So let me leave you with 3 reflections on your as you step into your next chapter. Be ambitious. Be very, very ambitious. Let your goals be bold. Let them stretch you outside your comfort zone. But remember that ambition without compassion is hollow. Be kind to yourself and to others as you go about your daily business. Be patient with your journey. It won't always be straight or smooth, and that's fine, that's okay. The detours often become the most defining parts. See me afterwards, I've got plenty of detours to talk to you about. Some of them are quite dramatic. Be generous with your knowledge, as I said. Teach, mentor, speak up. You have opinions. It's got you to where you are today. Help someone else find their way. That's how we build a better future. Not alone, but together. You've already walked through challenges that tested you. And today, emerge stronger, wiser, and very, very ready, by the looks of things. Well, we'll see how the shoes thing goes. Class of 2025, congratulations. And in closing, I'd like to say, may your journey be bold, your mind open, and your knowledge a gift that keeps on giving. Thank you.
Graduands and distinguished guests, we will now commence the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the Salford Business School. And each student will be presented individually for their award. I'd like to invite Professor Vish Maheshwari, Interim Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Student Experience, to present the awards.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Salford Business School, I present for the award of Master of Laws, International Commercial Law, Rima Jihad Ali Hassan. Nicola Alvaro. Ahmed Arus Mohammed. Hafiz bin Saleh. Anthony Ambed Blenmun. Manal Al Said Rifat Abdel Majud Kabil. Juliet Guinevere Hathud Goju. Joy Mutio Mutoka. Felix Nana Osei. Nora Nasir. Mikola Rakilski. Kondwa Emily Sakala Shibia. Irina Spirina. Robert Springet. Celine Tome. Master of Science, Digital Marketing, Ashudeep. Balu Vasudev. Manish. Sahil. Siddharth Prem. Abdullah. Mariam Afzal. Aftab Ahmed. Abiola Gabriel Ajaiki. Catherine Obabukola Akinola. Daniel Temitob Aladeni. Oluwa Tobiloba Abraham Aladeshuyu. Hassan Ali. Yusuf Ali. Omolola Victoria Asholu. Akshay Atra Pulikal. Umair Azim. Vamshi Bandari. Martina Boj. Fahad Naveen Butt. Muhammad Rizwan Butt. Joshua Chukwu. Victoria Olufa Funmiloa Dada. Goodley Devi. Siobhan Sunny D'Souza. Collins Onasike Abenuta. Benedicta Elhayo Alaye. Mary Amaka Izafule. Obina Clinton Izukwu. Jitin Saji George. Hafsat Aminu Idris. Salman Iftikhar. Esther Owamunmi Elisami. Henry Chinayeni Elagolachi. Manthan Satish Jagtap. Nigam Javed. Phyllis Wanari Keriaku. Kiranjit Kaur. Nicole Kasper. Muhammad Kaiser. Karen Nigeri Kimani. Dennis Lal. Damilola Olawatobi Lawal. Amna Mahmood. Karina Rajesh Manika. Palanyapan Minakshi Sundaram. Temitob Olayoe. Abdul Muhiz Olayenka Olawole. Damilola Fenmilayo Olawatoba. Ifirmo Sarah Osa Dolor. Ijioma Promise Osugugu. Elijah Kayode Otalor. Shravan Kumar Palapu. Sujit Kumar Pashupati. Rari Raj. Irfan Riaz. Suliat Ijobu Rotomi. Pallavi Bolanath Saini. Chinedu Franklin Samuel. Muhammad Firdaus Hassan Sayam. Alina Anna Sebastian. Saeed Asad Abbas Shah. Vansh Sharma. Adnan Sikandar. Gautam Sivalingam. Ellie Mae Smith. Hamza Tariq. Saida Ramana Tasneem. Nawakegwu Mary Ukandu. Muhammad Umair. Iman Oyalinke Olalode Omar. Oluchi Vida Ume. Nika Linda Owajugwe. Dikshita Vinod Kumar. Vishnu Vishambaran. Rana Ahsan Wakil. Tohib Opayemi Yunus. Master of Science, Digital Marketing with Industry Placement, Shahid Iqbal. Master of Science, Human Resource Management, Gurpreet Singh. Kavaldeep Kaur. Rajvinder Kaur. Tanya. Nafiza Ahoiza Abdul Rahman. Spendilov Adole. Oluwada Milola Elizabeth Asere. Muhammad Amar Atik. Belema Isaac Brown. Patience Ozaima Clement Ukana. Joy Doe. Preetam Datta. Paul Ehi Ozi. Uchechekwu Vincent Eziwakwelu. Somto Gold Ezifo. Zainab Folake Jiva. Brooke Hill. Kate Igodaro. Elsie Ruth Imonan. Flora Baridapo Jacobson. Olivia Louise Carey. Judy Koraya. Manjushri Lokare. Veena Mary Matthew, Vivian Ogechukwu Nuabor, Ogechukwu Izenwane Nwankwo, Efiani Promise Obi, Mercy Chizoba Okonwo, Deborah Atima Okpo, Peace Bolowito Olodipo, Ayakunmi Esther Omole, Uchechi Jennifer Opara, Amike Blessing Osite, Animal Palipat Martin, Shavanti Reddy Polu, Akindele Tofik Salami, Mohammed Sajil, Anjana Teneseril Hari, Martha Emiolu Ozukwu, Vishnu Narayan Velutadat Mohandas, Vinyola Mervin Rajati Vijaya Vinaraj, Caitlin Jed Wells, Anju Wilson, Bharat Kumar Yeshidapadam, Isabel Lucia Zavala Guerra, Master of Science, Human Resource Management and Development, Mavish Ali, Zainab Kama Brahma, Tony Junior Dick, Emily Finkelstein, Jonathan Junior Herbert, Christian Johan Doster, Catherine Kirori Kosini, Tavajud Kokutangila Lavanduru, Kwan Hin Adeline Lee, Shalarin Malroy Rasbal Singh, Esther Olajide, Fozia Kasim Amumba, Christabel Sebonu, Dwayne Simpson, Master of Science, International Business with Law, Andrew Owosu Bonzu, Daphne Masil Nokosi, Naveen Mungru, Anil Sivjatan, Jihong Tiang, Master of Science Marketing, Sahad Ajur, Siti Erna Binti Muhammad Tahir, Jonathan David Humphrey, Inia Kamanato Sokaste, Stephen Kirenga, Ogo Kogo Warhol, Maria Okwe, Adama Otman, Sonia Prasado. Zumair Zahid. Master of Science, Strategic Human Resource Management, Anna Marie Bronson. Gaynor Fieldhouse. Justina Mpofu. Andres David Ochua Mikan. Postgraduate Diploma, Human Resource Management and Development, Christopher Coombs. Postgraduate Certificate, Employment Policy and Practice, Leticia Abina Buju. Olivia Jane Davis. Grace Jogas. Tessa Louise Reed-Host. Ryan Riley. Jaspreet Uppal. Toby Toshihiro Wonwatketi.
We will now commence the presentation of the undergraduate awards from the Salford Business School. Each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Dave Fallon, Director of Law, Economics, Accounting and Finance, to present the awards.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Salford Business School, I present for the award of Bachelor of Laws in Law, Akib Amar. Faith Adesanya. Sarah Rani Ahmed. Mariam Ajmal. Alicia Akhtar. Samira Akhtar. Tahamina Akhtar. Amina Akram. Mohima Akhtar. Tasnim Akhtar. Noor Yasser Majid Abdullah Mansour Alali. Faizan Ali. Mohammed Ali. Nafisa Ali. Shaban Ali. Zara Ali. Nicole Allen. Kamal Mumtaz Anjum. Saba Ansar. Halima Ashgar. Zamin Aslam Akhtar. Zainab Assad. Isha Aziz. Laiba Baba. Mohammed Ibrahim Baba. Raya Baba. Natalia Bakorska. Harry Batson. Halima Begum. Shireen Begum. Adonai Biniam. Salma Bismil. Yama Bolat. Mia Natasha Bolton. Louise Booth. Natalie Bucharin. Amelia Jane Brogan. Albia Bukhari. Zara Butt. Libby Carter. Ramisa Anjum Chowdhury. Mackenzie Kai Clark. Oliver Clark. Saffron Georgia Cranston. Cara Cunningham. Sonia Dard. Saskia Dawkins. Shad Rashid Nasser Rashid Abdullah Delane. Alicia Dadra. Tyra Donnelly. Jack Ellerton Knowles. Victoria Fabianska. Rachel Gemmell. Laiba Ghani. Aliyah Grant. Veronica Grunzock. Kamal Gulzar. Tamia Hall Tudor. Elliot Hanley. Eman Huck. Liba Huck. Jessica Elizabeth Harris. Asal Hasavari. Amma Hawash. Ria Heaney. Aisha Horrocks. Ella Howarth. Reese Hughes. Mia Hurley. Eman Hussain. Race Hussain. Angel Francis Ngozi Ifanya Obi. Amna Imran. Karina Adelina Ioria. Hayan Janbaz. Elizabeth Joel. Gania Kamal Butt. Diana Kawi. Alicia Cameron. Vian Karim. Afreen Kayani. Ahmed Farouk Khan. Arisha Khan. Yumna Kawaja. Atusa Khosravi Savastini. Casey Kite Shaw. Fiamma Korda. Mohsin Kusar. Cristina del Carmen Lopez Navas. Laiba Mahmood. Hira Majid. Hamna Majid. Saleha Majid. Ibrahim Bilal Malik. Erica McHugh. Alicia Mirage. Jennifer Veronica Mitrovic. Kanza Mohammed. Aisha Mukadem. Hasnain Ali Munir. Ayana Museva. Anam Mustafa. Maze Nadaf. Sana Ifsanasar. Zinachimdi Nasir Okakpu. Freya Oliver. Victoria Ayula Opayemi. Monica Owenaze Otagile. Bilal Patel. Abigail Ashley Chido Patterson. Arham Rafiq. Uzma Rahil. Hiba Rahman. Usman Saeed Raja. Anandita Ratan. Mariam Rehman. Safi Rizwan. Aaron Roberts. Ikra Shafiq. Marva Shafiq. Umar Shazad. Charanjeev Sohal. Sophie Stark. Hafsa Suleiman. Shah Hussein Saeed. Syra Tahir. Holly Elizabeth Taylor. Feruz Tesfaye. Ella Thurkel. Nandini Vekaria. Melissa Voglis. Amima Wahid. Eman Wahid Hamid. Madison Wood. Mia Wright. Abraham Yousaf. Khadija Kamran Yousaf. Aksa Zahir. Bachelor of Laws, Law International, Salman Jafar Mansour Abdul Hussein Abdullah. Sabah Abdul Rahman Abdullah Saleh Al-Balushi. Yani Mohammed Walid Hashim Al-Masri. Fatima Fawzi Youssef Hassan Tahar. Momen Mohammed. Bachelor of Laws, Law with Criminology, Saima Akhtar. Kiran Ali. Mohammed Adam Ali. Saima Mariam Ali. Alicia Asaf. Brian Bacco. Megan Emily Baldwin. Gracie Brown. Caitlin Buckley. Lily Carr. Tenair Chisholm. Harry Connor. Emily Dalton. Lily Dowling. Ikechukwu Goodwill Ejiogu. Sophia Elizabeth Logan. Ifsa Masood. Atira McFarlane Simpson. Shannon J. Francis McStravick. Sarah Atwima Minka. Tasmin K. Mistry. Baja Mohammed. Aisha Mullah. Leah Jane Murta. Najia Noor. Anne Ekianaduse Odije. Esther Apokusachi. Nafisa Rabia. Hannah Rafiq. Benjamin Matthew Ramsey. Muskan Sagir. Fatima Shawkat. Rebecca Shaw. Jade Marie Victory. Sydney Yeomans. Nasim Akhtar Zaman Akhtar. Bachelor of Laws, Law with Criminology with Professional Placement, Megan Grimes. Bachelor of Laws, Law with Professional Placement, Maruf Ahmed. Bachelor of Science with Honours, Business Management with Law, Takunbu Ruth Abiodun. Felicia Adetunji Kenneth. Kasim Ali. Raja Baki. Chanel Brown. Chidera Silva Chukwiagoji. Ethan Conroy. Lobrisha Gardner. Prince Akechi. Samira Kamali. Subhan Khalid. Usman Khan. Megan Kimball. Kashmala Saeed Mohammed. India Newby. Emily Ruane. Saim Salman. Laiba Sirab. Sabna Sharif. Karime Sisek. Hassan Tovo. Master of Arts Nursing, Registered Nurse Mental Health, Bolatito Folashede Agbula. Agada Paul Ekere. Bachelor of Science with Honours Nursing, Registered Nurse Adult, Stephanie Ocarina Kono. Postgraduate Certificate, Employment Policy and Practice, Jamila Afzal.
Graduates and guests, that concludes the presentation of the awards. Before I invite the Chancellor to close the ceremony, I'd like to inform you that we'll be taking a group photograph of all of our new graduates outside the theatre on the piazza. Therefore, can I ask all guests to remain in their seats until the graduates have left the theatre? Graduates, can you please follow the academic procession straight out of the theatre to the piazza for the photograph? Thank you. I would now like to invite the Chancellor, Lucy Meacock, to close the ceremony.
So you did it. You all got across that stage faultlessly. What a privilege for me to meet you all. Well done for all of that hard work. On behalf of the University of Salford, I'd like to offer my sincere congratulations to each and every one of our graduates. Now, I'd like you all to stand, please. And we need to just get ready for one final raise the roof round of applause. University of Salford graduates, please put on your hats. Come on, we need a bigger cheer than that. Look at those hats. That sounds more like Salford University graduates. Well done to you all. I hope you have a wonderful time celebrating. I would like now to declare the congregation closed. Thank you.